This is Twisted Platinum Jaz. We call her Jaz. This is her first time with the saddle on. We literally just put it on not even 2 minutes before we started this video. We wanted her to start moving around. And as you can see, the saddle's a bit big for her, but that's okay. She was being a bit obnoxious. She didn't really want to work. She wanted to go back in her stall. Her friend behind us is actually pawing at the stall and standing on the gate because she doesn't want to be left all by herself. When I asked her to whoa, she actually stopped right on the spot. She was really good. Now, I'm using the lunge whip again because it's easier on my arm. She's listening to it to an extent. But if you notice, she actually starts moving towards the stalls, which is where my fiance is actually videoing. She keeps getting closer and closer to him because she actually wants to go back in her stall. Because most of the horses know, hey, we get fed in here, we get to stand in here, so we want to go back in our stall. She likes to learn, but she also likes to eat. So I do tap her on the butt to get her going. The tires are there as we were teaching someone how to do some kind of barrel racing, but she needs to learn that she needs to go around the stuff. I had to take her away from the stalls, and we get her moving out away from them. She does really good. And here, I'm only working on a lunge line. Technically not a lunge line, it's more like a lead rope, but it's 14 feet long. I did ask her to whoa, and she stopped right on the dot. She does really good on the whoa right now. She understands turning in certain directions, but again, she is being a little stubborn and obnoxious, not wanting to do what I'm asking. She'd rather go back to her stall. So if I work past that stubbornness, she'll actually listen. Like here, she turned the directions when I did not ask her to. So now she goes, okay, fine, I'll turn the direction you want me to. And then she goes up to the tires and goes, oh, well, maybe this gives me a reason to stop. So I make her push past them. As you can tell, she stops quite often. I am not asking her to stop. She's doing it on her own. She changes directions on her own because she wants to go back to her stall. So I have to tap the ground, I tap the tires, I tap everything possible. I even have to tap her butt once in a while to get her to go. And as you can see, now she's making her way closer to the stalls and away from the tires. She'll see I have to move her back further away. She needs to learn to listen. This is her very first time lunging outside of the round pen. I have never taken her out here. I've never worked with her out here. So I'm expecting mistakes. I'm expecting her to be a little bit stubborn. You see the line is a bit loose. I have to yank on her because she wants to keep backing up and she knows better. She knows the rules. She knows she has to turn. She has to go. Just like kids, they like to take an inch. You give them an inch, they take a whole mile. So we got to keep working with her. Keep going in circles, and I don't let her give up. I don't let her get her way. I even push her, as you just saw there, I pushed her away because she's trying to push on top of me. And I gave her a little bit of a harder tap on her butt because she didn't want to go. And you can see here, see how she wants to back up? So I move her back, further away from the stalls again. And you can tell she's willing to move away from the stalls, but the moment I start lunging her, she wants to go back over towards the stalls. She tries to pull me in the direction she wants to go. So as long as I can keep her going, that's good. But I asked her to whoa, she stopped, so we were able to change directions. So now we change directions. And I think this is the direction I had to keep kind of tapping her butt and clucking at her. So she got the idea, keep going, keep going, keep going. I ask her to whoa. She slams on her brakes. Does very good. But she did a little stubborn stop, or she didn't really want to stop. So I asked her to go again. And I have to keep tapping her on the butt, as you can tell. And then when I ask her to whoa again, she does a really good job. She even stops right on the dot. I come up and I rub her head, and she did really good. This was a very small session.